Manchester City versus Juventus. If I was to summarize this game in one word, it is called dominance. Now, this is a game that everyone expected, or particularly I expected this game to be tough and challenging, but it was just like a training ground for Manchester City. Juventus tried their best. Juventus is not a small team. They are one of the biggest team in Europe, and they've been one of the biggest team in Europe for a very long time. So there's a proper system in place for a team like Juventus. Likewise, Manchester City, but tonight it was just a totally different game. Like, this game was interesting from beginning to the end, and Manchester City totally dominated, and that reflected in the ball possession, with Manchester City owning 77% of the ball possession, while Juventus just had 23% of ball possession. So numbers don't lie, people lie, but numbers don't lie. And with that figure, that stat alone, you just, if you didn't watch the game, you already know that that's how the game went. Man City were on top of their game today. Big ups to Pep Guardiola for sharpening up these guys. You can see that so far in the Club World Cup competition, they are unbeaten. Manchester City are unbeaten, and they're on top of their group, guys. And Juventus were just nowhere to be found. Like, this was pure dominance. It is a very, very compact team, and I mean, football is so unpredictable, okay? And anyone can beat this Manchester City team, right? Because football is unpredictable. But whoever is going to win this team has to be on their game. It's not going to happen by luck. It's not going to happen by chance. This is going to be pure dedication, because this Manchester City team, they are looking dangerous. And the Premier League teams, I hope they are getting ready, because these guys are in for a rout. So everyone has to get ready. Now let's now look at some numbers, and let's look at this game in general. So Manchester City had 24 shots total in the game. Juventus had 5 shots total in the game. On target, Man City had 11 shots on target. 11 shots on target, guys, to just let you know how dominant this team is, while Juventus just had 2 shots on target, and those 2 shots were a goal. So they had less shots, but they had 100% conversion, if you would say. Probably that's one of the best things or positive things about this game for them. On the flip side of that, you see Manchester City 11 shots on target, and they scored 5 out of that. That's still an amazing one. And the goals were amazing. Most of the goals in this game were amazing. Now let's talk about Manchester City and how this game went. In the 9th minute, Doku scored an amazing goal. He just caught the ball to a very, very nice angle. The goalkeeper had no chance. And in the 11th minute, Ederson made an error. That's the Manchester City's goalkeeper made an error, and that caused them a goal from Juventus. And I mean, Ederson needs to sharpen up, I guess. But overall it was a good game for Man City, and a very less busy day for Ederson, and of which he made an error in the 11th minute, which kind of brought Juventus back in the game. But in the 26th minute, Juventus also made a big mistake. Their defender, Kalulu is his name, he made an own goal, and that set them back by 1 goal. And in the second half, the game in the first half was still pure dominance for Manchester City. They just lacked finishing, and I guess the Guardiola sensed this, and he brought in ERLING HAALAND in the second half. And in the 52nd minute, Haaland had a goal. It was an easy goal, but his positioning was accurate, and it was a teamwork, and it was a beautiful goal for me. If you ask me, it's still a beautiful goal, and that made it his 300th career goal for ERLING HAALAND at just 24 years old. Phenomenal striker. He brought finesse in the second half. He brought finishing and that killer touch for Manchester City, which a lot of teams lack in this Club World Cup competition. But ERLING HAALAND for Manchester City, he brought that into the game, and that just made the game fantastic, and it made Manchester City dynamic, different, and it brought some flow to the game, and they just got their mojo back. And in the second half, that gap was just extended. That dominance was just extended. That dominance was so apparent that it was just like a training ground. It was just like Manchester City were playing with a low class team. But come on guys, this is Juventus. They are one of the best in Europe. But Manchester City dominance is a warning to other teams in the competition, and especially in the Premier League next season, because these guys aren't playing. Then in the 69th minute, we had Phil Foden. He scored a goal, and if you look at the build up to that goal, Erling Haaland was also involved, and that's a good one, bringing up assist and scoring a goal. Like Erling Haaland had a fantastic game, if you ask me. And the 75th minute, Savinho scored arguably one of the best goals of the tournament, or even if not the best goal of the tournament so far. It was just a cracker. It was just an amazing goal, shot on target, precision, technique, and power all combined into this goal. And you can literally watch this goal over and over again, and it will get beautiful each time you watch it. Amazing goal. And yeah, in the 84th minute, Juventus had to have a consolation goal. It was a beautiful goal, but it was too late. Vlahovic scored a dime minutes goal in the 84th minute, and that was how the game ended. And you could see that Manchester City were on top of their game, and so far, like I said earlier, they are unbeaten in the competition. This is a big warning to the rest of Europe. Most importantly, guys, you need to understand that so far Manchester City are unbeaten, that's one. But the most dangerous part is Manchester City now have depth in the team. They have internal competition, healthy competition in the team. There's a replacement for every position in the team. They are bringing fresh legs. If you're tired, if you're not playing well, if you're not playing good, you'll be easily replaced. And this has brought this seriousness in the Manchester City team. And I can't wait for the Premier League. I can't wait to see what Pep Guardiola and this team have in store for their opponent. Is going to be extremely ruthless, I predict, because this team, they are very compact, very dedicated, and they are playing to win. They want to play, because last season they didn't really have a good season, and this season you could see in these guys that they are trying to console their fans and show their fans that they really care, and they are coming back this season and they are coming stronger. So, and tonight's win against Juventus is going to be a mental boost for these guys. Scoring 5 goals in 90 minutes, that tells you how solid this team is, and they are looking to even score more. They missed some chances even after the 5th goal. Shows you that if you are not compact, if you are not in your game, this team, they are ready to destroy you. So let's see how this competition is going to go, and who Manchester City will most likely face in the round of 16, and that's kind of a knockout phase. And I believe it's going to be easier for them compared to whoever finishes second in the team. But so far, Man City, they're on top of their game. There's team depth, there's healthy competition within the team. The team is rocking solid, they are rolling solid. You have Pep Guardiola is fired up. You have Erling Haaland feeling fresh, feeling fit, he's on top of his game. You have Rodri in the midfield bringing stability to the team, although I don't think he's here to be fully fit, but he's going to bring a lot of stability. You have Silva, you have Savinho, you have Doku on the flank, you have Savinho on the flank. These guys are dangerous, and in today's game, you just could see the quality from reeking from defense of the Manchester City team to the midfield and to the attacking guys. This is a team to watch out for in this Club World Cup competition, and I wish them the best. And yes, let me know what you think about Manchester City so far and the Club World Cup competition so far in the comment section. Make sure you like this video to show some support, and this is also going to help you to push this video to more football lovers across the globe. And I hope to bring you more analysis in coming days, because we have Inter Miami and PSG playing this weekend, which is going to be an intense and an amazing match. I'm going to be bringing you full analysis of these games and coming amazing matches too. I can't wait to deliver them. So take care guys, have an amazing day, have an amazing evening, have an amazing morning, whatever season you are of the day, whatever time of the day you are. I wish you all the best. See you next time.